The Chinese officials acknowledge that a box ship caused the Balticconnector pipeline to breach. This is from the Maritime Exclusive, and it was published on the 12th of August 2024. After conducting their own investigation, Chinese authorities have acknowledged that an anchor strike from a Chinese-owned container ship caused the breach in the Balticconnector pipeline last year. But they maintain that it was an accident, not a deliberate act of sabotage. Early on October 8, 2023, the gas pipeline between Finland and Estonia was severed, setting off alarms and triggering a shutdown. The post-accident inspection found a mile-long drag trail leading up to the pipeline, a broken anchor at the damaged site, and a small drag trail the size of the anchor stock leading away. Finnish authorities homed in on the Chinese-owned box ship New Polar Bear, which crossed the site at about the same time that a faint seismic event was detected near the position. The ship was photographed at a later port of call and appeared to be missing one anchor. The New Polar Bear's crew refused to cooperate with local investigators, prompting some to suspect sabotage. I would think that you would notice that you're dragging an anchor behind you for hundreds of kilometers, the Finnish Minister of European Affairs told Politico in December. I think everything indicates that it was intentional, but of course, so far, nobody has admitted to it. China initially signaled that it would cooperate with the Finnish-Estonian investigation. However, in May, the Estonian prosecutor on the case told reporters that Chinese authorities have not provided a response on executing our legal aid request. According to the South China Morning Post, Chinese authorities have now confirmed privately that the New Polar Bear caused the casualty, and have provided information from their internal investigation to authorities in Estonia and Finland. However, China maintains it was an accident and not an intentional act. The casualty was one of a series of incidents that prompted European authorities to reconsider their preparedness for attacks on subsea infrastructure. In 2022, multiple blasts severed 3 out of the 4 pipelines in the Nord Stream 1 and 2 systems. While the identity of the culprit has not been determined, the attack had the sophistication of a state-sponsored operation. The New Polar Bear is a Hong Kong-registered container ship. She is 169 meters long, and she is currently in the Yellow Sea. I agree with the Finnish Minister of European Affairs. There is no way they were towing that anchor for hours without knowing it. And then it hooks into the pipeline and you break the anchor and you still don't know it? I don't think so. And then when they get to port, they refuse to talk to anybody. Looks very, very suspicious. Of course, there's no way of proving it, so it's only going to be speculation, but it seems very, very suspicious to me. Dragging an anchor across a pipeline, it's very unusual that it would even hook. It's a pipeline that's concrete coated. It's either 20 or 24 inch from the information I can find, and it's going to be partially buried. You would think the anchor would just skip over it, but obviously it didn't, and unfortunately ripped a giant hole in it. But if they had only come clean when it happened and said it was an accident, they probably wouldn't look nearly as guilty as they do now.